Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Envy, and today we're going to have a face-off between Apple's iPhone 4 and Samsung's Galaxy S. Want to kick this off, we're going to talk about the specifications on both of the phones. Want to let you know I've got the displays turned up as bright as they will go on both of them, and they're both hooked up to the same Wi-Fi network. Start out with the iPhone 4. It is a quad-band GSM phone, quad-band 3G. Phone weighs 137 grams. Build quality is outstanding. It's a glass composite on both the front and back, and a real nice metal rim that encompasses the entire phone. Phone feels very, very solid in your hand. The Samsung Galaxy S is also a quad-band GSM phone with tri-band 3G. Phone only weighs 119 grams. It's extremely light considering the size. Build quality is also very good. High-grade plastic on the back and sides. A nice metal sort of smoke gray color rim around the entire front of the phone, and on the back a little metal accent here around the camera. Taking a look around the iPhone 4, on the bottom you have two speakers along with a port for charging, syncing, and transferring data. On the left hand side are the volume up and down buttons along with the mute key. On top you have the 3.5mm headphone jack along with the power and lock key, and on the right hand side is a SIM card cover slot. SIM card cover. Cover for the SIM card slot. There we go. Taking a look around the Galaxy S, on the bottom is the microphone. On the left hand side is the volume rocker up and down along with the loophole for the lanyard. On top's the micro USB port for charging, syncing, transferring data. It's got a cool little cover. Protect it. Next to that's 3.5mm headphone jack, and on the right hand side is the power and lock key. On the back of the iPhone 4 is a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, LED flash, touch focus, and geotagging. It also shoots video at 720p at 30 frames per second. The flash acts as a video light when shooting video. On the back of the Galaxy S, you've got a 5-megapixel camera as well with autofocus, geotagging, touch focus, face and smile detection. It also shoots video at 720p at 30 frames per second. The battery in the iPhone 4 is a 1420 milliamp battery. The Samsung S has a 1500 milliamp battery, also has micro SD card slot. Micro SD cards can be exchanged or replaced without having to remove the battery. Taking a look at the front of the phones. There we go. Upper left on the iPhone 4 is a front-facing VGA camera for video calls. Below that is a 3.5-inch TFT capacitive touch display showing 640 by 960 pixels. Offers multi-touch, an accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, a 3-axis gyro sensor, and the screen itself is scratch resistant. On the Samsung Galaxy S in the upper right hand corner you also have a front-facing VGA camera for video calls. Below that you have a 4-inch Super AMOLED capacitive touch display showing 480 by 800 pixels. Also offers multi-touch, accelerometer sensor, and a proximity sensor. Underneath the screen or the display on the iPhone 4 you have the home key. Underneath the display on the Galaxy S you have 3 touch-sensitive keys, a back key, home key, and a main menu key. As far as memory is concerned, both of the phones come in multiple versions. The iPhone 4 comes in a 16GB and 32GB version with 512 megabytes of RAM. The Galaxy S comes in an 8GB and 16GB version, also with 512 megabytes of RAM, also with 2GB of ROM. Also, memory can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through micro SD cards, giving it a total internal storage capacity of 48 gigabytes. Both of the phones offer Wi-Fi B, G, and N. The Galaxy S also has support for DNLA. Both of the phones offer Bluetooth. The iPhone 4 version 2.1 with support for A2DP. The Galaxy S version 3 with support for A2DP. Both of the phones have GPS with support for AGPS. The iPhone 4 runs on a 1 GHz Apple A4 processor. The Galaxy S runs on the ARM Cortex A8 1 GHz processor. The operating system on the iPhone 4 is iOS 4, and on the Galaxy S it's Android 2.1 Eclair with Samsung's TouchWiz 3.0 UI overlay.